Alright, too. You already see how I'm coming into it, man. I'm not even about the games. Let's go get this lightweight crank pulley on here. Once we get ready to do that, see if they got the coolant that I need or that I'm looking for, so I can get this radiator on and popping. Niggas got the coronavirus over there and shit. What the fuck? Can't cover your fucking mouth? Damn. Anyway, like I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted, motherfuckers that can't cover their mouth. Yeah, I'm hopping right into this. So let's go. Got everything set up, all my tools ready to get this specific job done. Let's go knock this shit out. Hey team, you already know, safety first. Jack's there. Always, safety first. First thing, take care of that. Now we can get ready to hop in to the real business. Let's take the tire off and let's get straight to this harmonic balancer so we can get this lightweight pulley on there. Let's rock out. All right team, we down to the basics now. Got the tire off. So you see I got jack stand, my jack, and the tire just in case. Jack may need to come in handy in a minute, but just as of right now, just inspecting. And yeah, these struts is done. It's time for the coilover setup. Super ready. End links is done. Outer control arm. Outer tie rod done. Lower control arm. That's looking a little toast. Suspect. So yeah, it's time to get the whole suspension swapped. But as of right now, we're just focusing. What I did was I loosened 1, 2, and 3 safety pins. So now when we take these out, this is going to reveal our harmonic balancer. Booyah. So let's get the setup going on that. Because now with this nut right here, right, that's a 19 millimeter. With that is just to find a way to wedge your tool between that and possibly here on the rail, not the bar, but the rail here, or down here on your lower control arm. So I'm gonna see how the setup is and I'm gonna get back to y'all with that. Okay team, I just want to show y'all my setup on how I got the breaker bar set up. See how I got it on the jack and I jacked it up a little bit just so now. And you see where I have it resting. Let me get that out the way. You see how I have it resting against the lower control arm. So now when I go to start the engine, and now having this on here, having this connected to the harmonic balancer the way that it is, this is gonna hold this nut in place. This by nature, when you turn it on, it wants to spin this way. So holding this bolt is gonna do what I want it to do and break it loose, and it should come out. So what we're gonna go do now is we're gonna go bump the starter. And when I say bump the starter, I mean just give it a little and that should do it. So let's see what we get. So shaking team, broke it loose. Again, that's the setup. But now what I want to make sure you guys understand is that I want y'all to look at this breaker bar. It's very sturdy, you know what I'm saying? And then you see this socket that I have. This is a impact socket, a 19 millimeter impact socket. That's what I use, because trying to do anything else was not breaking the bolt loose. But definitely got it. So we about to get going. Show y'all, yeah. It's just coming up out of there. So y'all already know what time it is, team. Let's go. All right, so if you are swapping out your crank pulley, and after your main focus is to get this crank pulley bolt loose and you have that loose, now let's go and get the belts off. We can definitely start with the serpentine belt or the drive belt. Can't say serpentine, drive belt. You see where I have the wrench here? That's gonna be your lock nut. So that's a 14 millimeter screw. I'm sorry, a 14 millimeter nut. You're gonna need a 14 millimeter socket for that. 14 millimeter wrench, that'll do. And then back here for your power steering, that's a 12 millimeter. So you see where I have it hooked up to there in the back, just to give you a perspective idea on what the adjuster. Can't really get back there, but yeah. So you want to take those two loose, just make them nice and loose, and then now we're gonna go and get the other 2 bolts, because now we gotta get the adjustment bolt right there at the bottom. If you can see that, then we gotta get the adjustment bolt up top, which is right up here. So just have all the tools lined out just to give you a direct note on exactly where you're gonna be, exactly what you're looking at or looking for. And let's get in here and let's change this crank pulley. So now your C-team, for me, turning it counterclockwise, loosening it. You loosen it enough, your belt should come right off. So now that is your drive belt. Power steering, alternator, AC compressor belt right there. Let's take that out, put that to the side. Boom. Now next, let's go and get this power steering adjustment nut. It's gonna be right there at the bottom, right there. All right, team, so just want to give y'all a quick heads up for your power steering pump, right? This adjustment bolt right here, you have to tighten it. All right, right there, that right there, you have to tighten it in order to loosen the belt. It has reverse threads. So I just want you guys to keep in mind that if you're trying to loosen it the regular way you would loosen a bolt, this is going to make the belt even tighter. So what you need to do is tighten this adjustment bolt right here, this one right here. And with tightening that bolt, that's going to take tension off the belt. It's getting a little bit looser. Don't get me wrong, it may seem a little daunting at the beginning because it's gonna take a lot to start seeing some progress, but I just wanted to give y'all that heads up. All right, team, I want to show y'all after numerous damn turns on the tensioner joint. You see, we're good. We're good. Let me take the power steering belt off. All right, team, so once you have the bolt out, right, for the crank pulley, the next thing is actually getting the crank pulley out. And if you don't have a puller, I think that's the name of the tool. I went in with wrench both sides. I used a 19 on the left and I used a 17 right under here. And I was able to just pry it a little bit so I got some wiggle space. One hand 9 o'clock, other hand 3 o'clock. Got the wiggling. Wiggle this bitch right off like that. Let's go, team. You already know. Next stop. Let's go. See, it got the rivet right there for you to line up, or that little indentation. So now you line it up. Get a little shaky shake going. Got my bolt. And yeah, now let me get my impact set up so we could tighten this 19 down, get the belts back on here, and call this shit a wrap, team. Alright, so got the screw in there. Wiggle this on a little bit till I got it as flush as I could by hand. Now, just gonna make sure. Nope, wrong way. Right way. Now let's get in here. Alright, sound like we locked in. I like how that sound. Let's go, team. Be the first one to tell you too, team, now is the best time that you got the harmonic balancer off. Check your belts. Like, these shits is done. These are the belts that came on the car. My belts were done from the Silver Surfer. So definitely putting in an order to Rock Auto. Give me a new Gates drive belt, and I'm gonna give me a new Gates Racing power steering belt. That sounds accurate. I'll put both of those in the description down below. So if you're looking into picking those up yourself, you can see what those look like. But yeah, when they come through, I'll definitely have the part number and everything for you ready, but I'll put it in the description. But let's get the belts back on there for now, until those come in, and wrap it up. All right, team, we got everything in here. Just went in reverse order as far as putting everything back on. Just want to give you a heads up, when you're putting your belts and stuff back on, it may feel like it's tight, but you just want to run your hand around and visually inspect or feel and make sure that the belts are in the actual grooves and that they're not sitting and resting like maybe on the outside or on the outside of the back of the pulley, any of the pulleys. You want to make sure that they're in their grooves and double check and make sure everything lines up, okay? Just double check, make sure everything lines up. You always want to double check your work. Now, and please don't forget, once you tighten your belts down, don't forget you have a lock nut here, which, talking about that, let me go ahead. You inspected it and made sure everything was good to go. I got my lock nuts tight, my adjusters are tight, the belts are tight but not too tight, so it's like they don't have any play. Like both belts have a little bit of play, which is good, because once you have it too tight, that's how you can pop your belt. So just wanted to give that to y'all, team. Everything's looking good. Very responsive. Very responsive. Let's go. Oh yeah, team. You already know. Job well done. We in there. Yeah. First official mod on deck. So you already know. It's your boy, Sir V, aka that OG. In here with another installment from Abuse VQ on that ass. You already know how we do. So, hopefully this helped somebody out. If you need to pull your crank pulley, you're thinking about doing this mod, hit that like button. You know what I mean? If you feel this was helpful information, hit that like button. You know what I mean? Definitely subscribe. Definitely keep this content coming for you guys. So, this is the Ralco lightweight crank pulley swap. Just wanted to give that to y'all guys. You already know, it's your boy, Sir V, aka that OG. Abuse VQ all day. Let's go.